Well, big changes are coming to your bill, from groceries to medicines, from cold drinks to your meals outdoors. Starting the 22nd of September, India's GST system gets its most significant overhaul since the launch. But there are lots of FAQs coming in, so let's address some of them. Let's begin with the first one being, what if goods or services were supplied before the rate change, but the invoice or payment is made after? In such a case, you must note, if payment is received after the rate change, GST will apply based on the earlier of the two dates, payment date or invoice date. If the payment is received before the rate change, GST will be levied based on the date of payment. This brings us to our next question. If the GST rate has been reduced, but I have input tax credit ITC from the earlier higher rate, can I still use it? Yes, you can continue to utilize existing ITC even if it was accumulated at a higher rate to offset any current output tax liability. The next frequently asked question, why does GST remain at 40% for other non-alcoholic beverages? Well, this 40% rate ensures alignment across similar beverage categories and also helps prevent classification-related disputes. The next question coming in is, what is the GST rate on unspecified food preparations? Unspecified food preparations, you must note, will be taxed at a 5% GST rate. And meanwhile, why is GST higher for fruit-based carbonated drinks? Well, previously these drinks attracted both GST and a compensation cess. That cess has now been merged into the GST to maintain the same overall tax burden. And what is the GST rate on medicines meanwhile? Well, most medicines will continue to attract a 5% GST, except for certain nil-rated life-saving drugs. Which also brings us to our next frequently asked question, why aren't medicines fully exempt from GST? Well, fully exempting medicines would lead to a loss of input tax credit, which would increase production costs and could make medicines more expensive for consumers like you and me. Meanwhile, the market it seems positive at the moment. They are cheering as the Sensex was up around 700 points and was trading over 81,000 at around 9:30 a.m. this morning. Nifty rose by 156 points, trading at about 24,871. The positive momentum in the market this morning has raised hopes for a strong pre-Diwali rally, with major indices opening sharply higher.